Yeah,
So basically you give a request first and then again click on the button once again.
click on the button. Yeah.
Okay, sure. See, a couple of things I would like to show you today. One is how do you add members to the GitLab account? See, DevOps is not just about working on AWS, working on CI/CD simply, right? It is all about multiple different tools. I'm just trying to close whatever is popping up here. Okay. First, I'll show you in the console how do you add a member to the group. Say, for example, you go to a particular project. You guys can hear me, right?
Yes, Shankar.
Yeah, okay. See, if you go to a project and go to manage, so option is like either you can go to any of the group, uh, you can also go to group and add members. For all the projects within the group, your member will be added. So I can show you that way also for now. You can do the same thing for specific project also. You go to manage, go to members, you can add a member like this, invite member and username or email address. Say for example, if I type because I should probably get something, but if it is matching, then I can choose the right person.
Mm,
Otherwise, it's always better to put a complete name. So if you can tell me name of the name of yours.
at the rate Vikas 21.
Okay,
You can
sure.
search for.
Instead of adding a group member, I'll add a project member. Both are same, but only thing is,
Vic-
if I add a group member, you will be getting all permissions to view all the projects. So now I would like to go with one particular project and go to manage, go to members, and I have added all these people already. So Kushal, Srini, Dinesh, Zafira, Sindhu, like that. So only thing is I just need to click on invite members and type Vikas 21, right?
Vikas, I just no, no, Shankar, not that one. Just Mudhiraj 21. Because
Oh,
Vikas uh, Mudhiraj 21. Yeah, no,
okay.
yeah,
So like that we can search and then click on the particular person and select the role that he should be part of. Um, if it is a owner, he will have equal rights. If he is a maintainer, he'll have probably one access limited. Rest everything you will have it. I will give mostly developer access so that he can push only to the feature branch.
yeah.
Okay. The same thing you can also say select what date your membership will expire. Okay. You guys have any doubts on this?
No,
Okay. Now the
Shankar.
same we can do it from command line. Okay. One more thing is if you go to your project, you have a settings. Uh, if you go to access tokens, I really forgot. Just a second. I'll just give it a try. I'll go to groups. You have to create a API token. If you go to security, So here you have to go to access tokens, and you have to create a new token, personal access token. So I'll just go once again. You have to go to your personal settings, go to preferences, and again go here, and then go to access tokens, and you'll have to create a new token so that this token can be used from your GitLab account, GLab CLI.
Okay. So
Better
to
to
connect the okay, got it. Yeah.
I'll tell you the next step. Here, it is always better to go for the right API, right, along with the right access. So don't go with the simple read permissions. You have to go with read and write repository, something like this. So that I mean you will be able to make some changes in the repository. So
Mhm.
if you really look at my access token, right, you will be able to see. So API and comma and write underscore registry. That is a scope that I have. Okay, using this token, how did I configure my API GitLab CLI? I installed brew install GLab like this. So if you go to internet, go to ChatGPT, install GLab on Windows. It must be easily available. So like this, you can do any of the command line option also. Winget install through your shell prompt, or you can directly download from internet also. So there should be a different way to do it, but try to figure it out. Uh, Similar to how you install AWS CLI, right? Downloading the package and then installing it. After that, once you do that, you will see GLab here, like this. I'll not go very deep into how to configure it. You should be able to do it simply. If you just run how to add PAT to GLab. PAT means personal access token. So GLab auth login, something similar to AWS configure. You have to do a GLab auth space login, and then you have to provide the credentials in order to configure your GLab. After that, you will be authenticated and you will be able to do rest of the stuff. For example, if you look at my script, I have a members glab-project.sh. This accepts one parameter, that is your username, user handle or username in the GitLab account. This is already in your GitLab. I already have shared your this one, the repository details, and you will be added as a member, so you can get that member also. If you go to scripts, you have a member GLab project.sh. This script will tell you exactly how to use uh, GLab to add members to the group. So what I'll do is I'll add members to the group. I'll give the name of Vikas for now. Can you just spell it out? Because
MUDHIRAJ 21.
or
I
IJ.
MUDHII
Oh,
IRAJ 21.
21, right?
Mm.
So if the username is correct, it'll add to the list of the project that I've given you already. You should be able to see it immediately after I do it. If you go to your, you can quickly share your screen
Yeah.
so that it is,
One. Yeah, I already got a mail about that.
yeah, okay,
I'll share my screen also. Oh, I send you the request.
yeah, I allowed you.
Yeah, I sharing the screen. Yeah. So I'll refresh it. Yeah, it's added.
It's added, right?
Yeah,
You're not sharing screen it.
I
Okay,
shared my
okay,
screen.
your sharing is okay. So you can see the members.
Yeah,
Okay, okay. So if you can go to your GitLab account once again, click on the
okay.
GitLab icon, and then go to members. The no, 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 on the right hand side,
Oh,
start personal member in. So under the projects for yeah, correct. Click on the member. No, right
member.
side, right?
Right, sir?
Yeah. So you have projects, right? Come to the
Yeah,
right. Yeah. So come little down and
okay.
right.
Vikas search bar
Yeah.
పైన
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Now
Yes.
you see exactly you are part of. You are a member of
Okay.
what different projects.
Yeah.
You can see you can see your permissions also, like what kind of permissions you have within the particular project. You have a developer access, right? I mean, what kind of access you have? Golang web apps, deploy web apps. For all that, you are having a developer access. Your
Yes.
role is developer role. Okay. Similarly, for Anudeep, I'll do it right away. Anudeep can just Anudeep underscore.
Send it on the chat, Shankar.
Okay, you send it on the chat. Okay.
Yeah, site again chat. @Anadipuram1.
Okay. Can you send it once again in the
Yes, Shankar.
chat?
I just sent it. In the Zoom chat, not in the WhatsApp. I sent it in Zoom chat.
Okay. Okay. I'll share my screen. You can stop sharing your screen with us for now.
Yeah, I stopped.
Okay. Okay. Is my screen visible? No, right?
It's visible.
Okay.
It's
Oh, it's
visible, Shankar, your screen.
okay. Sure. Okay. Sorry. It has copied something else. You can probably see your member, what are the different projects you're a member of, and it'll be immediately added to you.
I sent it on WhatsApp, Shankar, again. I think
Yeah,
you it's hard to find it in Zoom, so I sent it on the WhatsApp.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. For some reason, it is not getting copied. Okay. I'll explain what the script does once again. So for the user name that I give in the prompt, it gets a user ID. I mean the unique user ID for the particular user using GitLab API call /users with this particular username. It gets an ID using jQuery. See, you may need to initially learn a little bit about how does the jQuery works, but rest everything nowadays, right? I mean, everything is AI based query. Everything, whatever you need, you just put it in the AI, have some basic understanding of each commands, then get all the inputs from AI and then get it done. Then I just define all the projects that I want people to be part of, and then I just do a for loop for project in all the projects one by one. I do a GitLab API post. Post is nothing but adding some users, changing something for the existing projects. So if you really get it, see if you really look at it, user ID I'm passing, access level, that's a developer access. For other access, you have a different number, 50, 60, like that. And expires 14th August 2026. So since it is in the for loop, going by the iteration, it'll go one after the other project. So every time when I want to add some people, I just do this one, members GitLab project, and then put this name. If I do it now, it'll say it is already added. Member already exists. So this is also one of the use case for you to say it in the interview. Like you're working on a project and there were a lot of members to be added to the group or removed from the group. For that, you have written a GLab script using GLab API calls or GLab CLI. Normally, many organizations won't do this kind of activities because I mean they will do it manually. So you can say that you are part of the GLab administrator group and you have automated this particular task. Okay. So next thing, what I want you guys to do is,
Shankar, one thing, I mean, here we are using any kind of API, Shankar? Google app, I mean, GitLab API.
yeah, I have initially explained how to install the GLab.
Yeah.
GLab is a command line tool that you can install by getting some input from ChatGPT, like how to install, how to configure. It is something similar to your AWS CLI.
Got it, Shankar.
You just need to configure only configure using your PAT, personal access token, that you can get it from here. You go to your GitLab account, go to preferences, and go to access tokens. You can create a token.
Okay.
You can create a token. Then you can configure your GitLab CLI so that every time when you do a GLab any command, that will talk to your repository, your projects or your groups.
Okay.
So I basically selected two things. One is API, one is write repository. These two things I selected.
Okay.
Okay. Next thing, what I want you guys to do is, anyways, it is getting recorded, right? Or no?
It's getting recorded. Okay.
Okay. Just wanted to confirm it. Okay. So what you guys do is, you go to your members, go to your projects, and go to members. Wherever you are a developer, right? All those projects, especially these projects. Java web apps, Golang web apps. All these 4 projects will be there. All the 4 projects, I want you to clone these repositories on your machine and convert that to your personal repository. All 4 of you, Srini, Kushal, Anudeep, and Vikas. What I meant is, say for example, if you go here, you will be able to see this. Do a clone with SSH. I'll show you exactly what you need to do. You can do that later. I'll go with CD10. I'll do it here so that it will be deleted outwards. You should probably go to export DevOps. Okay. I'll just say simply CD export DevOps and do a git clone. This one. After you do this, I want you to go to the .git/config. So I need to go to the particular folder and then go to .git/config and make a change here in the URL git@gitlab.com. Here, this one. I'm putting a dollar because your group name, your group ID. Okay, that should be your group ID. And then here, you can still go ahead with the Golang web apps, or maybe you can simply use my dash so that there is a distinction between different project. So just make sure you use my dash. And after this, if you if you save this file, and then if you do a git add, git commit, and git push, it will automatically create a new repository for you. After you create this repository, I want you to deploy the application on EC2 manually one by one. Say for example, reserve an EC2 instance. Log into the EC2 instance. You can use Terraform source code, whatever we already have. Any Terraform source code you can use, especially for example, export DevOps default VPC. You can use modules or anything. Better to go with modules structure and create a new EC2 instance by running /deploy.sh. Just get the IP address of the EC2 instance after you do this one. Get EC2 instance IP address and then log into the EC2 instance. Then git clone your repository. So this time you will be doing git clone of the repository using HTTPS, because can you tell me why you have to do a HTTPS?
We need to deploy the application, right? So generally in the server it runs on HTTPS, right, Shankar? Maybe that one. That might be the reason.
Okay. Any other um, view?
Allowing the ports.
Authorization point of view.
Yeah, authorization point of view, because you will not have your SSH key of your remote machine being copied to GitLab account. See, if you go to your this one, you will see that go to preferences, you will see SSH keys. Wherever you have SSH key, only from there you can do the authentication. Then only you can do a git clone of or git push of your SSH. So it is
Okay.
always better to go with HTTPS if you are on the remote machine so that you don't have any issue with your SSH key. So
Okay.
HTTP authentication does not require any permissions to be added, any keys to be added. Yeah, as long as you do a git clone and you have access to your repository. You may have to convert this to a public repository because uh, you will not be able to do git pull. It will git clone. It will say that a repository not found. So after you do a git clone of the repository, you have to go to the particular folder, cd that repository. So for example, I'll say git clone. cd golang web apps. Okay. After that, what I want you to do is, how do you build this application, run this application here so that you can access using browser, the IP address, colon port number. So that will be the first step for you to get the application deployed and manually access it, manually deploy it and then access it. The same thing you need to repeat it for all the 4 repositories, whatever I have already kept it created. For example, if you go here, GitLab, you will have a Java web apps. For this one, you have to do a git clone and go to the particular folder. You need to identify how to build this application, how to deploy this application. Maybe you can put the code over the ChatGPT and find out how do you deploy it. Otherwise, you can refer to the deploy web apps. Sorry, not deploy web apps, web apps EC2, because that's where I have the script run underscore apps.sh. So what do I do here? Go to the Java app, do a Maven clean package, and then do a no-hub java-jar. Like that only I can deploy the application. So this is the first step towards deployment. If I teach you how to do a Docker deployment, you will not be able to catch up. That's why I'm asking you to start with here. Do the initial standalone deployment or traditional deployment of an application. For example, if it is a node application, you have to go to the particular application folder, do a npm init, npm install, all this sequence you need to do. This is mostly known by only the developer, but as a DevOps engineer, you are supposed to collaborate with the people and understand what are the different steps that you need to do in order to get the application running. See, building an application or coding an application is easy, but building an application, deploying an application is not that easy. It requires a lot of different processes. For example, if you look at your this one Go, you have to do a tar of this Go package and put that in the path and then run the application. So you have to go run main.go like that. I mean, your application file needs to be executed using these commands. So like that, you can refer. I'll put this also into the chart so that you get a reference. So what are you going to do today?
Deploy the applications. Oh,
Yeah.
core applications. Yeah.
One EC2 instance,
Dep-
clone of the trace, and try to deploy the application manually and show me the output. So you may go to your home directory in your EC2 instance. You can do a git clone of the repositories one by one and start doing the deployment one by one. You need to identify the different steps that you need to do. What are the different packages that you need to install? How do you deploy the application? How to make it run? See, as a developer, I have already created code for you. I have already shared the code base with you. So, like that same
Shankar,
thing.
one thing, Shankar.
Yeah.
Shankar, we are creating a repo and creating an instance, right? First, we need to install the necessary things. For example, if we are working for a Node project, right? We need to install Node PM something, Node PM all those, right? First, we need to install those to run, and we need to copy the code to that instance, Shankar.
See, either way you can do it, right? You can
Okay.
clone the repositories, all the repositories one by one. Go
Okay.
to the repository folder and then say refer to this one. If it is a Golang application that you are deploying, try to do all this. And if it is running, it is fine. If it is not running, probably you need to again do a deep dive or just figure out what are the different steps that you need to follow in order to get the application running.
Okay, Shankar. Got it.
Okay. So if you want to really make it very simple, first, don't go with your app separate folders. Go with deploy web apps. Go to, it's not go to deploy web apps. I'm sorry. Go to web apps EC2. That means, do a git clone of this repository. Do a git clone of this repository. Go to each folder and try to run manually by yourself. Don't use this run underscore apps.sh. This is already automated. Try to do these steps manually, find out how it is working. So that you get an understanding how each application can be deployed.
Got it, Shankar.
Okay, I will add you to be part of um, this one also, voting apps EC2 also. So in that I have already created separate this one deployment step. What are the different deployment step that is required? Because you will have some references here. So I'll give you the link so that you find out how to do this. Okay, with that, I would like to stop today's session. You guys are clear about your responsibilities, right?
Yeah, Shankar.
Yes, Shankar.
Sure.
Yeah, can I stop this recording, Shankar?
Yeah, please.